Doesn't get more violent than that. Beth and Jamie's war in Yellowstone Season 5 Part B gets ominous tease from Kelly Reilly. While the siblings have long squabbled throughout the show's run, the stakes between Beth and Jamie will be at their highest yet in Yellowstone Season 5 Part B, per a tease from Kelly Reilly. The duo have been on opposing sides since they were teenagers, when Jamie, in an attempt to help Beth get a secret abortion, also got her a hysterectomy, preventing her from having other children. Yellowstone Seasons 4 and 5 Part A have taken things a step further, with Jamie's biological father being behind the Season 3 attempt to kill the rest of the family, and Beth blackmailing him into killing his father. During a recent interview with Screen Rant ahead of the show's return, Kelly Reilly was asked about what's to come from the war between Jamie and Beth in Yellowstone Season 5 Part B. Though careful with her words, she did acknowledge that it doesn't get more violent than her brother having hired hitmen to kill her and her father, John Dutton IEA, and will lead to some emotional consequences for them, both as they head into a final battle. Check out what Reilly shared below. While both Jamie and Beth have often shown a willingness to bend the law in order to serve either their own needs or those of their father, Wes Bentley's character has gradually been pushing his morality to the dark side in recent Yellowstone seasons. Towards the start of the show, he was generally afraid of Kevin Costner's Dutton family patriarch, whereas with Beth, he was willing to throw verbal bars, but not go much further than that. More recently, though, he's become far bolder in his actions, including the aforementioned hitman hiring in the Yellowstone Season 5 Part ending. Though Reilly doesn't indicate which direction the feud will ultimately go, the confirmation of a final battle between Jamie and Beth promises a continuation of this morality challenge for the former. Luke Grimes similarly revealed to Screen Rant that there would be an earth-shattering event in the premiere of Yellowstone Season 5 Part B, further fueling the theories of Kevin Costner's exit from the show being explained with his character's death. Should that death stem from Jamie's hitman, it would ultimately give him no turning back point going into a final confrontation between the two siblings. Considering she was careful with her words, it seems hard to determine just who might come out on top in Jamie and Beth's war going into Yellowstone Season 5 Part B. Both characters have a lot to fight for right now, particularly Jamie as he makes his bid to get his father impeached and protect his son from his sister. Even still, considering how often Bentley's character has attempted to walk back his actions in the past, there is still a chance he will try and talk his way down from Beth's wrath by the finale. The war between Beth Dutton and her brother Jamie in Yellowstone is about to reach a level of intensity that even the seasoned viewers of this ruthless family drama may not be prepared for. With Season 5 Part B inching closer to its release, the anticipation has been reaching a fever pitch, and none other than Kelly Reilly, who portrays the fiery and fierce Beth, has stirred the pot with an ominous tease about the sibling conflict. Reilly's cryptic remarks suggest that the stakes in this battle are escalating to a point where the line between personal vendetta and raw, unfiltered violence will blur, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. At the heart of the Yellowstone saga lies the toxic and complex relationship between Beth and Jamie. For years, the animosity between the two has simmered beneath the surface, their bond fractured by betrayals, long-held resentments, and deep emotional scars. From Beth's ruthless manipulation of Jamie to his dark secrets and attempts at securing his place within the Dutton legacy, the siblings have engaged in a bitter rivalry that has only escalated over the course of the show. But with the upcoming episodes of Season 5, Part B, Kelly Reilly's teaser suggests that viewers haven't seen anything yet. Speaking to reporters at a recent event, Reilly spoke with uncharacteristic restraint, hinting that the tension between Beth and Jamie will soon reach new heights. Doesn't get more violent than that. she said, her voice carrying an air of gravity. "You think you've seen the worst of it, but the war between Beth and Jamie is about to get intense. It's ugly, and it's deeply personal. The gloves are off, and no one is safe anymore." This cryptic remark has only added fuel to the fire, leaving fans speculating about what's next for the Dutton family. The sibling rivalry that Reilly alludes to in her comments isn't just about two people vying for power or control. It's a deeply emotional and psychological struggle, one that taps into the very core of who Beth and Jamie are. Beth, the fiery, fiercely protective daughter of John Dutton, has been a force to be reckoned with since her first appearance. Her sharp tongue, unwavering loyalty to her family, and no-holds-barred attitude have made her one of the most complex and beloved characters on television. But beneath the toughness lies a woman scarred by tragedy, her heart hardened by years of emotional turmoil. Beth's hatred for Jamie has its roots in his betrayal of their father, the Dutton family, and ultimately her. And while Beth may have built a reputation as someone who never backs down, Jamie's actions, his political maneuvers, his dark past, and his attempts to destroy Beth's life, have led to an irreversible breaking point. For Jamie, the war with his sister is equally personal. Though he is often portrayed as the more cerebral and methodical sibling, his own flaws and deep-seated insecurities have made him an equally dangerous opponent. His thirst for power, his ambition to carve out a space for himself within the Dutton family, and his sense of inadequacy in comparison to his father and sister have driven him to desperate measures. Throughout the show, Jamie's calculated moves have frequently collided with Beth's unyielding determination, leading to countless confrontations and power struggles. However, as Reilly teased, these previous clashes may seem tame in comparison to what's coming next. As Season 5 Part B unfolds, fans can expect the rivalry to take an even darker turn. Reilly has hinted that Beth's methods of dealing with Jamie will become more violent, more ruthless, and more personal. In fact, the promise of heightened violence in the upcoming episodes may be a reflection of how far both characters are willing to go to assert their dominance over each other. Whether it's through brutal physical altercations or psychological warfare, the sibling war will inevitably push both Beth and Jamie to their breaking points. Beth is not someone who will let this slide, Reilly continues, her voice tinged with a mixture of bitterness and resolve. She will go after Jamie with everything she has. And Jamie, well, he's just as capable of doing whatever it takes to win. What makes this battle particularly compelling is the emotional stakes at play. The violence that Reilly hints that will not be mere physical confrontations. It will be a battle of wills, of deep-rooted pain and betrayal. With each passing episode, the stakes will climb higher, and viewers will be forced to reckon with the fallout of this bitter sibling war. The sharp, cutting exchanges between Beth and Jamie will only serve as a reflection of the complex emotions and unresolved issues that have simmered between them for years. The question on everyone's mind, of course, is what exactly does Reilly mean when she says that things don't get more violent than that? Does it hint at a shocking moment of physical violence between the siblings? Will one of them cross a line from which there's no return? Or perhaps, as Reilly suggests, it's a psychological war that will leave both of them emotionally scarred beyond recognition. One thing is certain. As the Duttons' world continues to crumble, Beth and Jamie's personal vendetta is about to boil over in a way that will leave audiences reeling. The idea of violence in Yellowstone is nothing new, as the show has built its reputation on gritty, unflinching depictions of power struggles, family dynamics, and the darker aspects of human nature. But this war between Beth and Jamie feels different. It feels like the end of an era for the Dutton family. Beth has always been the unyielding force that protected the family, while Jamie has fought to establish himself as someone worthy of their name. But in the upcoming episodes, it seems that their fight will transcend mere politics and power, becoming something far more primal. As Kelly Reilly teased, doesn't get more violent than that. Whether this means a devastating physical confrontation, a personal revelation that rocks the foundation of their relationship, or something else entirely, it's clear that the war between Beth and Jamie will leave a lasting impact on the Dutton family. One thing's for sure, this is one sibling rivalry that is far from over. And as Yellowstone heads into its final episodes, fans will be watching with bated breath to see just how far Beth and Jamie are willing to go to destroy each other once and for all. In the world of Yellowstone, when it comes to family, there is no line that can't be crossed. And the conflict between Beth and Jamie may just prove to be the most dangerous and volatile of all.